Hey there, my name is John, and I am playing Rainbow Six 3 Raven's Shield. And in my opinion, this is one of the better games in the Rainbow Six series. It's more realistic, it's more tactical. You have to plan ahead, for example, and I do enjoy it more than the Vegas games, for example, even though they are great. But I'm gonna not tell you so much about the game in itself, the gameplay, but I'm going to tell you how to get started with it. So, first of all, we're going to look at the settings of the game. So we'll go into options, and don't worry if this resolution looks weird. You can actually change the resolution of the menus, but you can't change the resolution of the actual in-game video resolution. So yeah. So first of all, we have some basic things you need to disable auto aim. You don't want that on a modern PC. Mouse sensitivity, I have it all the way down. It's really high per default, but I like a low mouse sensitivity, so have that in mind. Sound effects, just nothing too spectacular here, or nothing too spectacularly interesting here. 3D audio, obviously, a must-have on a modern computer. Here you can basically set everything to hide. You can set animated geometry to... basically, you can have everything at the highest here if you have a modern computer. Because this game is quite old. And here's the thing I really, really like. You can customize the HUD. For example, I'm a bit of a realistic gamer. I like realistic games, so if I didn't want to see my ammo count, for example, I could just disable the weapon info. I love it. I love it. I love it. And you know, if you're an old school Rainbow Six fan, you can disable the weapon as well in first-person view. Now the multiplayer, nothing really different here from the other games. When you do log in, if you don't have an account, you can't register through the link that you're given. You need to head into UB or Uplay, Ubisoft.com, I guess it's called. The controls, nothing weird here. Here you can. I have the Athena sword. It's actually not installed at the moment. That's kind of a DLC. So now. This is not all, actually. There are a lot of more options, but they're hidden in the .ini files. So we're gonna head there now. Make sure you have, Windows Explorer, I assume you have, but a text editor. You could use Notepad, but if you have a Notepad is not ideal. I just really don't like it. You can't undo things properly, and there are a lot of other issues. So get yourself a text editor. You can use Notepad. It's probably going to be fine for this, but it's a bit annoying. And I'll see you guys on my desktop. All right, there. I'm in my Steam apps folder, and we're gonna head into common. Where do we have it? There we go, Rainbow Six 3 Gold Edition. And from here, well, there are, first of all, there are two folders you want to edit the files in. So first we're going to add on to save /profiles/user.ini. I'm going to open this with Sublime Text. There we go. I'll open these in separate windows. And there, user.ini. Now, here's where you store your key bindings. You can, as my player's name. But if we scroll down, we can see some additional options here. So here, play controller. Look upstairs, snap to level. I'm not sure what these look what these do. Here we have the FOV, and that's 90. I'm not sure if this is, I'm assuming that's the horizontal FOV. A vertical FOV of 90 would look weird, I think. So that's your normal FOV. You can actually edit the enemy's turn speed if you want to, even. Yeah, here we go. Player input. You need to turn mouse smoothing off. Here you can further adjust your sensitivity as well, but mouse smoothing, turn it off. You don't want it. Rainbow Six 3 is one of those annoying games like Arma, which automatically leave it on. But unlike Arma, you can't turn it off in game, so you have to go into the user.ini file. And yeah, that's basically what you can change in this file. But then we need to head on to the ravenshield.ini file, and it's located not in save, but under system. And here are a lot of files, but you're gonna want the ravenshield.ini file. So I have it open here already. I can just, yeah. And here we have basically most of the settings in the game. I can take a look here. You can adjust the brightness, the contrast, the gamma, and the texture max LOD. This is by default set to I think 8 or something, maybe 12. You can, I think, modern graphics cards can handle at least 16 on this one. I don't know, my information might be might need updating. Excuse me. What else do you have here? You can also set a minimum frame rate. This probably is not relevant on modern PCs. This is a very old game and it will run very smoothly. But if you do run it on a very old PC, you might want to lower this, although it's at 10. 10 is really unplayable. But it kind of, I think, I haven't actually seen it in action, but I think it decreases your graphics quality, your graphical quality, and gives you some more frames automatically. I'm not sure. Here you have some internet things, preferences. You know, you could change these, but I don't know if it's really going to change anything. Yeah, so here we go. Here we have some graphics, graphical settings. Most of these you want to keep at the default. Reduce mouse lag. I haven't actually tried this. I'm not sure how much it helps. I'm going to try that. I'm going to try to turn that on. Change it to true with a capital T. I'm not sure that whether or not that matters, but it might do. Yeah, it probably does if it's a constant. What else do you have here? Vsync. This is turned off, I believe, by default. So basically, you're running this game on a modern computer. You're not going to get sub 60 frames. You're going to get at least like 100 frames per second. And it's using Vsync. It's nice because you don't get the tearing, screen tearing. And, you know, why not? What else do you have here? In the editor, you have God mode. You can change that. In the actual editor, I'm pretty sure that does not apply to the game, because otherwise I wouldn't have died yet, and I have in this game. Game speed. That's an interesting setting. I haven't seen that before. I would not mess with that. That would I would guess that actually does control the game speed. Here's some Unreal Engine preferences. I'm not sure you should mess with these. Here you have a profiles path. Yeah, save/profiles. You could change this if you wanted to set it to documents or something, but there's really no reason to. You can change your game colors. You know, it's kind of weird because the black color is probably gonna show all black as whatever you set it at, so I wouldn't mess with it. It's weird. All these have an alpha value of 0. Doesn't that mean they wouldn't be visible at all? I don't know. You can change the team colors if you don't like the default ones. There's green, blue, and gold. Their names are gonna stay the same though. I'm fairly certain. And that's basically it. I think you have something. No, I think that there's something more. I actually have, this is a good thread. I'm gonna link it in the description. Gives you a lot of tips, and preferences. Yeah. Cache size. Oh, here we go. Cache size megs. Oh, I actually haven't changed that. Under game engine, you want to change that to at least 128. It's not going to do a huge difference, but you know, you have a modern computer. You can definitely handle it. 32 is much too low. What is there more? No, I actually didn't say anything about the preference I was thinking about, but the default settings for that preference is good. Anyway, this is how you configure Rainbow Six in the ideal way, and now it's just a matter of starting to play it. Rainbow Six is really, or Rainbow Six 3, I should say, really fun game. Tactical, even more so than the Vegas games if you've played them. And I really recommend it. So yeah, I'll see you guys later.